give you rules and tools, and I want you to understand something. I know you've learned a lot of things in your life, and I think the biggest thing you learn to do is fall down. Let's get you back up. In other words, we listen to silly people. I'm Ray Reynolds, the godfather of credit. What does that really mean? I got the nickname on KNX radio years ago. I've been on radio and TV for over 49 years, helping people rebuild their lives, getting to million to billion. That's right, million to billion, because I did it, you can do it too. I'm going to give you what's called a blueprint of success. The blueprint for success is what I created years ago. I was about 12 and a half years old at the first time. In the beginning, I want you to get no pictures and no recording. Why? Because there will be a couple of pictures I want you to take a picture of. I want you to focus on certain things you need to understand. Rules and tools are pretty important to me. Now, me, I accomplish all my goals. Every goal I've ever had, I accomplished it. I got my first million through the corporate structure at 14 and a half years old. Not possible, but I did it. There's me in 1981, highest, fastest kick on planet Earth, 13 feet, by the way. So I like goodies. You like goodies today? I'm gonna help you get some goodies. I call goodies Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and helicopters. And don't forget about the mansions. Having them in Big Bear, Havasu, and basically Huntington Beach, what do we get to do? Have fun and accomplish the goal. So today we're gonna get that tablet and pen out, we're gonna write some things down. My first series given out there to the world was literally 49 years ago. It was called Winning the Game of Business. As a kid, I turned this into a game. And I want you to learn how to play. That's how I got my first million at 14 and a half through corporate structure. Don't worry, 21, first billion. 26, 2.5 billion. See, you got to understand corporate structure is the only way to play the game, and we're going to win every time. Now, today we're going to talk about what you have. I believe what you've done is you've sat there like a duck and a sheep. Sorry to say, but it's probably true. This means flat out what happens. Today, if you were fired or laid off from your job, I call it oh shit day. Sorry, or don't take offense to it. Oh shit day, week, month, or year. We're running out of time. We have 8 months before we have, oh shit, I can't pay the house payment. I can't pay the car. I'm gonna fight with my spouse and I got no money to feed the kids too. See, the bottom line is we gotta fight. What I believe you did is you kind of jacked up your cards. You see, I'm also the guy that trained Ken Yarborough, TRW Experience, set up the rules and tools. I want you to write down 25 to 29% rule right now, please. See, all cards fluctuate. Let's understand what that means. All cards fluctuate. That means but two. That means if you put a sticky in the back of every card, you can maintain that score and get some more. But what did you do? You jacked them up, you got stuck, you couldn't get any more. You backed yourself and family in a corner. All right, you brought the pain home to you and your family. I call that silly and dumb too. So if we understand something about a card, if you put a sticky in the back of a card and it's a $10,000 card, you can only use 29% anyway. When you jack it up past 29%, you dropped your score, got stuck, couldn't get any more, and you backed yourself in a corner. If you were laid off and fired, you jacked it up, and what do you want next? You asked for them to increase it after you screwed it up. Gold and platinum cards never, what, fluctuate at all. They don't fluctuate at all. So this means very simple. If we understand rules and tools that I set up based in 87, training Ken Yarborough, TRW Experian, guess what? You can maintain a sub 50 score. What you did, unfortunately, you brought the pain home because you didn't know any better. At least that's what you're going to say. I call it an excuse. I've been out there for 49 years helping people alive in person. And all you do is research and find me. But it's going to be up to you too as we play this game. You got 8 months before you have an oh shit day, week, month, or year. What do we do? Number one, here's what you do when you have that oh shit day. Now, if you really screwed it up, we have to rebuild you. Number one, we have to look at every credit card. We have to find out what cards we can increase the limit to without inquiries to bring the score down. Because that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring it up, and away. The next thing we have to do is analyze. This means very simple. This is an analyzation sheet. I've analyzed and investigated 50 million people so far. You see, I believe you don't know what you're doing. Sorry. I think you listen to silly people like TikTok, YouTube, and Google and go blah, 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 and screw it up. I'd like to take your 639 to an 828. My worst score during the pandemic was a 240. He's sitting with an 801 now. You see, what happens when your credit is rebuilt the right way, you're going to screw it up again and again and again. See, why are you trying to get your credit going? To get the house or the car? How about we turn the credit into an income? How about we turn around to the corporation that we're going to set up in the future and we do this the right way? In other words, if you're going to take your credit, just get it back on track to buy a car or a house, you're kind of wasting my time, you're wasting your time. If we're going to rebuild it the right way to get to millionaire status, there's what I'm going to help you do. But again, it's going to be up to you to follow through. The goal is very simple. Analyzation, number one. Number two, we have to look at one here. Build 100,000 of credit. Let's think. If we're going to get the American dream, we must have $100,000 personal credit. If we use 29% rule, that gives us 71,000 of safety. That's for oh shit day, week, month, or year. See, you need 1 year's salary to be able to get through that process. 1 year's salary is what's going to help us. And that's the ultimate goal. So let's understand we got to get past that 29% rules and tools and protect our family, and that's the ultimate goal. Next, we have to think about it and what? Cut out the things we don't need. Here's the problem today. You spend $50 every other day. All right, they say you kind of waste it and kind of piss it away. Could be true. Do you know what $50,000 would be? All right, $526.26. If we spend $5,000 on these cards, it's $50 a month. What you waste every other given day. So if we balance our score, we can go get some more and get the American dream. See, the older you get, the more your credit's more important to you if you want to reach that goal. You see, most of you are 35 to 75 years old. And what do we need to do is set up a corporation. Now, you got a corp, fantastic. You got a corporation, then you're going to call one of my call centers. I got an LLC. I don't have a corp. Excuse me, an LLC is a corp. I got a C corp. I got this and that. Stop. Corporation's a legal person. It's a legal what? Person. I'm going to show you public record. I'm here to be CPA and attorney. Let's go to the board for a minute. Let's understand something. A corporation is a legal person. If a corporation does business, they sue the corp and they sue you. That goes back to you, and that's not good. I want you to create a line of defense. A line of defense. That's the ultimate goal. What we're trying to do is create a line of defense. Let's think. If I get you a $100,000 credit card to the parent company, and if you allow me, I can get you 99 more cards. So 100,000 can multiply into 9 more cards, if not more, to equal $1 million. If we want literally to have a Wendy's restaurant, a storage unit, a dry cleaner, a laundromat, that would be the ultimate goal, because what do we get to do? Multiple locations. You see, there's a problem. You're going to have a shitty location, and that's going to bring the pain home, and that's what's going to hurt everybody. I think the audio is on this one, Nick, and that's what the feedback is a little bit. So let's understand something. If I have a corporation, and they sue it, they sue me. If they have a division, they would sue the division and give me a line of defense. Let's compare it to Bank of America. Chase Bank, US Bank, Wells Fargo. You see, what happens is when they have a bad location, it's called a branch number. A grocery store has a store number. The cities filed bankruptcy too, but they planned the problem. You see why? They created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy, in case they have an oh shit day, week, month, or year too. And that's a city filing bankruptcy in front of you. See, your problem is the lack of knowledge. And that's why you bring the pain home. Let's play my way for a while. I'll guarantee you millionaire status if you do what I tell you to do. That means I guarantee your corporation, in writing, will get to millionaire status. And don't worry, I carry a $2 million bond anyway, because I'm not fully, you know what? I've held 30 million people, millionaire status, 31 billionaires. So let's get 100,000 to the corporation. Why? What do? We multiply. You see, today, you're a man or a woman. You got a husband or a wife. You got kids. Those are credit files. If we take 100,000 here, okay, and multiply here, here, and here, that could equal $300,000 and more. We could get to 900,000. We get to $1 million. See, the bottom line is to get to the American dream, it takes money. And there's no money, there's no honey. And what we got to understand how to play that game. Remember, I created 49 years ago, winning the game of business. Now, the investment. Here's the problem. You keep trying to run your business or start a business. I think that's silly and dumb, and to be honest, with my opinion. I have bought my first storage unit when I was 19 and a half years old. I had 22,000 payphones when I was 17 and a half because I kept buying everybody's routes. They kept complaining they only make $300 a month. I went to all the events. I got 22,000, that's 6.6 million a month. And then I got 19 houses. They wouldn't give me number 20. I transferred my properties into my divisions that I invented in 85, 86, and I freed up my loan to value problem. See, the storage unit, I partnered with a client. Would you like to partner with me? I did all the work, got to the escrow, and they had to put a deposit into the escrow. Now, remember I said that $100,000 was a credit to the corporation. We're going to take corporate credit, and we're going to use that money to get into an escrow. If you need more, don't worry. We got about 62 million to play with. Here's about 10 million. So if we do this correctly, we could finance that deposit, have a safety, and get an income within about 90 working days after we close escrow. Is that what you like to do? You see, that auto income to the corporation. It doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. So before you are laid off or fired from your job, maybe you want to hire yourself to the corporation. That's kind of makes sense to me. See, remember, the sad thing with all of you, most of you, you jacked it up and got stuck. Sorry. If you would have talked to me before, you probably would have learned what I just told you today and not brought the pain home anyway. Don't worry, I rhyme all the time too. What happened with me as a kid, they told me I was a piece of shit. See, I got an IQ of 203, a total recall, and brought with both hands and talk at the same time. And it pissed everybody off. So the reality is, I didn't listen to a bunch of ding-dongs. I thought all the grown-ups were stupid, to be honest with you. When I kicked the light, I got a big gouge in my head that night. I look at everything this way. Or if I can touch the door jamb and kick the door jamb at 10, I did. The basketball hoop at 14 and a half, I did that too. And then from there, if I could touch it, I can kick it. You see, it was a mindset. I would like you to write down, see it, believe it, go get it. Because that's what I do. Think today, if I want to reach a goal, it takes 38 steps. Every goal we have takes 38 steps. That's all it takes. If I can master my steps, rules, and tools, and I can hear this more than once, I can accomplish my goal. See, the problem is you listen 1 or 2 times, you don't understand how to master it. It is 38 steps, 8 times to hear it again and again. See, I want you to win the game of business. The series I developed 49 years ago. Simple. Now understand, I created something called auto income. I called it auto income because I didn't know any better. I didn't know about residual or passive income everybody talks about today. All I wanted was money coming into the damn bank. So the payphones got me that. I created $10,000 to $100,000 $2 million a month in a day, believe it or not, a day. So we could play this game. The game is to win the game of business. So I need you to focus today, very simple. So Ray's Way of Life, I'm going to call it. My next series to help everybody like you is the Millionaire's Founders Kit. I developed 12 books for every month of the year, 1 book for every month, 12 months in a year, 12 books to what? The Millionaire's Founders Kit. Now don't worry, I was at the Bond Adventure for 32 years every Wednesday night. That's right, I sold it for $5,000 a set. I'm the oldest expert in the world for personal business credit. And a lot of people on TikTok, Google, and YouTube steal little pieces from me. They don't have the whole pie, which I do. God gave me the whole piece. Would you like a piece? Would you like to understand the Millionaire's Founders Kit? My TV and radio show years ago was Blueprint for Success, and I own the rights to that. Blueprint for Success. Now they all copy Blueprint. Okay. But again, do you want to learn? Do you want to listen? Do you want to pay attention? I would like to train you to be a puppet master. That's right. Let's think Linda and Dwayne. Linda came to me in 1986. I made her a millionaire 5 times. I rebuilt her credit, personal and business. I lined it up correctly. I leveraged money into Blueprint loans at Stellar Bank, or Wells Fargo, Chase, all right, and from there, American Express. We want to put an escrow down and put $200,000 down. Now, here's something you can check out. The Hyatt Hotel in Texas has now been converted to the Blueprint Apartments because I guided them every step of the way. That created an income for them over $300,000 a month, 6-some-odd million a year. By the time we're done playing, they're going to have about a $50 million business just in that entity. You see, we dissect the pieces. But this took 1 year and 210 days. Are you willing to put in the time and a little bit of work? And I do all the work for you anyway. And I guide you, but it's up to you. So Linda in 1986 gave me $2,000. And then I built her up and away. Do you know $2,000 on this card today is 26 bucks a month? You know, $5,000 a month is 50 bucks a month on one of these cards. So you could finance your American dream how I planned it in the first place. But again, it's going to be up to you. What I'd like you to do is take your cell phone right now and take a picture of this page. Scan it. Listen to Linda tell you how I made her a millionaire 5 times. Listen and learn. See, the goal is very simple. That new project's going to be about $50 million by the time I'm done helping and guiding her. From there, Shaq's a puppet master. Mr. Buffett is a puppet master. So winning the game of what again? I've got thousands of rich and famous people that are clients. So Mr. Buffett has all the pieces. I think he's one of the king of puppet mastering. See, he don't pay tax. Yes, he stepped down, but he still don't tell people what to do. See, in the bylaws, it said he had to step down when he turned a certain age. He's playing the game. Would you like to play the game too? There's me, 2 buildings, 2 cars. What do you see? I see 1,013 divisions. 1,013 divisions that separate liability and create millions and billions. That's what I see. See, since I wrote the series and the book and all the pieces, and all the people keep stealing my ideas and stealing the pattern and how to do it, the bottom line is winning the game of business. So I'd like you to get your cell phone ready in a second. I'm going to take a credit card from your corporation that I billed you in the first place, and I'm going to multiply it 9 times. So that's $1 million. There's only 10 cards alike anyway, 10 cards, okay? Now, each division is going to have multiple function. See, I have a problem with you. Most of you named the corporation what it does, or you named it after you. That's called Dumb and Dumber, by the way. Corporation should be a neutral name. So that way, if we have a problem with the division, we can give her the piece. You watch banks and grocery stores in cities file bankruptcy. They don't bring the pain home like you. Now take your damn picture right now. Now. See, there's your future. I want to get you up to $10,000, $100,000 a month, and $1 million a month. If you play with me, I've done this since 1987, by the way. And I help people get to millions and billions. Now, it's going to take you $200,000. Should we take it from our personal money or one of the corporate credit cards or line of credit? See, the goal is to understand how to finance the American dream and not bring the pain home. Never bring that pain home. Or what are we going to do? Winning the game of business. So let's talk about our first call. You and I, our first call, you and I. We're going to be on that phone for an hour. I'd like your partner in life to be on the phone with us, okay? I want to talk about past, present, and future, good, bad, and ugly. I want to talk about if you have a tax lien or bankruptcy. Did you ever screw American Express or Chase? I need to know these things. Do you have a family? Do you have a corporation? Do you have division process? The divisions I created and invented, 85, 86. Then we got to think about irrevocable trust. See, we got to plan to win, we got to plan to die. And that's what we got to do. So if we do the car as a division, house as a trust, and this is cash flow for you per ton. Don't worry, it's on page 6, paragraph 3, 49 years ago. Yeah, there was always somebody stealing my ideas. So what do? I call it auto income. The office is going to sell this to you literally for $2,000 for an hour call. While you're on a broadcast with me, I always discount things half price. Not always, but here today. It's $9.99 if you want it right away. But again, you have to Zell, call the office right away. See, I'm a person who's now. I don't have excuses like most people do. Now, this is a free blueprint call if you partner with me. Because I need to make you successful winning that game of business. So let's understand the checklist. You ready to write it down? A checklist. What do? Number 1, we need that corporation. Number 2, we need 18 divisions. 9 to multiply credit into $1 million, and 9 for different locations. What do we do next? We need to get personal credit 100,000 and business 100,000. See, this is how we get to that goal in the American dream, and the blueprint call is part of that too. Now, what do? Coaching. I'd like to coach and train you my way. I don't want you to think, I just want you to do. Remember, I'm going to be elected by you as one of your CFOs, your attorney in fact. All right, what does that mean? I got power of attorney to talk to your bank to get you that line of credit up to $150,000 to $250,000, I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way. Now, each time we do this, understand, we're going to play the game in an escrow. The escrow means we're going to close an escrow, and our goal is $10,000 a month. That's what our goal should be. In the beginning, you're going to get half of that. Why? Because we build a 6 months reserve. The auto income comes in and maintains the car and gives you the difference to the corporation. After we build our reserve, then you get up to the $10,000, and then we multiply it again and again. Take a picture right now, because that's the blueprint, that's the rules and tools, and the future opportunity to play with me. You need all those things right now. So put it in place. We need to get that now. So we should reach up to $10,000, $100,000 a month. What is our ultimate goal? Winning the game of business. That's always been my goal, is winning that game. I want to play. Now, what I did basically in 1984, all right, I have all these shopping centers. I got all these Shakey's, 31 flavors, Subways, donut stores, all these pieces in all these buildings, and even storage units. What did we get to do? What happened is very simple. I basically wanted to do one thing, but in California, they have a franchise tax fee. California charges a franchise tax fee every step of the way. It froze over here, all right? So what did we get to do? All right, this is $800 per corporation. That would have cost me $100,000 a month. That'd be $1.2 million. Ay, 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 ay. So I got permission to create something, and I invented what's called the division process. The division process. So let's understand something today. A division. If you and I play together, what do we get to do? We get to share a piece. We're going to close an escrow. This escrow is going to close. Your division is going to own a piece, and the division process has a 4, A, B, C, D, and E, F. So what do we get to do? Your corporation's division has the ability to be number 4A. 4A. This means basically that one of my corporations will be number 4. I will administrate the escrow and hold your hand every step of the way. The ultimate goal. So what happens is, flat out, today we get to play the game of business. And so what you have to decide, would you like 25, 50, 75,000 or percent of the business? So do you want 25%, 50%, or 75? It creates the income, and that would be the ultimate goal. So what percentage would you like to play with, to partner with me? You'll have the opportunity to pick and choose what type of business as well. The ultimate goal. So what do we get to do? This is how I made millionaires and billionaires since 1987. See, you're stuck with me every step of the way. I might have a team behind me to help you, but I'm the founder. I'm the guy that's going to get you there. In every class that I do, so you don't fall in your want, you're stuck with me. The ability, as I coach you through this process, don't think, just do. So I got some escrows coming up. How soon would you like to start getting a monthly income? See, some of you, sorry, half of you are freaking lazy. The other half sit there going, beep, 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 beep. You do nothing. Now, it's okay. I know you've been ripped off by friends and family before, and something screwed you up and you're afraid to do anything. Here's the ability as I rebuild you, corporate division process. You're part of an escrow, and nobody can screw you over. Is that important? I have these escrows coming up in July, August, and September. Would you like to join? Would you like to play with me? And we can have a process to get you an income. See, I believe in auto income more than starting a business. I think that's the most important thing. We need money coming in, because the reality is what happens when you don't have the money. There's no honey, and we bring the pain home. So what's going to happen is this: 12 months of coaching. I'm going to coach you every other week for 12 months full. I'm going to make sure that you're on track and you're going to do what I tell you to do or ask you to do. Now, I also have boot camps, usually for a year. It's called a boot camp or summit, and you're going to go to all those. If you pay the total price of $22,999 and you pay in full, all right, I'm going to give you a discount for paying in full or payments. So what happens is you're stuck with me again. So let's understand, take that picture right now. It's $23,000. You're stuck with me, and we're going to partner together. Now, that's if you make payments. If you pay in full, you get a 10% discount off that total price, which makes it $19,999. For 20 grand, I'm going to hand you an income, and you're stuck with me for 1 year. Then I'm going to get you another one and another and another one. By the way, I'll be your coach the rest of your life like I have been for Linda since 1986. Take a picture right now. This is very simple. I'm going to say Zelle, Zelle, now, now, now. If you need to put a deposit down, then we can finance it. See, there's the goal. No excuses from anybody. Ray at RayReynoldsFinancialServices.com. Simple. You put RW, which means Ray's webinar. You're going to put a $2,000 or $3,000 deposit and make payments. Or you pay in full and save 10%. Now, here's a phone number to call a specialist right now, 800-254-9506. So you get to save 5%, or 8 to 10% when you pay in full. But here now we have a problem. If you use a credit card for that deposit, that's okay. But then the banks charge us 5%. So guess what happens? The bottom line is if you pay in full, that 5% is waived. But if it's not, then you have to pay the 5%. You're going to find out I'm blunt to the point. Now, we all have a sad story to tell. I don't think anybody cared. I'm born in a taxi. No one gave a shit about that. No one cared about me. Mrs. Hope used to call me a little shit in the corner. She called me a piece of shit since I was a little boy. So look at these people here. It's simple. How old are they? Bottom line is, it took money to get the honey. And the bottom line is, are you ready? Are you ready to become a CFO? Are you ready to let me hold your hand, get you through the escrow, get you an auto income with no excuses, because I'm licensed and I'm bonded, and I'm going to make sure I come through. The bond's up to $2 million. So we're going to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. Would that be okay if we do it my way for a while? Hey, you had your way. I think your way sucks. Sorry, that's just how I feel. So we're going to look at a corporation right now. All right, this is what I heard when I was 7.5 years old. All right, they are listening to a poker game. Mrs. Hope pointed to the corner. Don't pay attention to that little shit in the corner. He's a piece of, you know what? That's what she called me all the time. She was real mean and cruel. Corporation's a legal person. Now, I'm 7.5 years old. I hear that. No problem. What did I do? I went down to the Torrance Library the next day. I rode my bicycle. I wanted to know what it meant. A corporation's a legal person. Library, here's the Torrance Police Department. Next door is the library. Oh, man, what does this mean? She walked away. She was rude. 5 minutes later, here's a microphone. Here's a book. I read the book. You know what I had to do? I went to that library till I was 9.5 years old. Reading the book. See, the point I didn't look at is this here. May sue or be sued. Ay, 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 ay. You see where it says 17,983? I felt something was wrong when I was 9.5. 9.5 years old, going to the library since I was 7.5 for 2 years, and the bottom line is I wanted to figure out how to set up a corporation. By the way, it cost me $10. Today, that same corp's $30. $30. Some of you spent thousands for a piece of paper, didn't learn diddly squat. The division process. I got $100,000 of credit in the mail. People always did in the 80s and 90s. It came in the mail without applying for credit. So what do we get to do? We get to understand. My first corporation was Helping Hand Industries. Helping Hand. I got named in the movie Dave as well. It's kind of fun. But again, I screwed up at 12.5 years old. I used the word Braille when I started the Orange County Blind Center. See, the Braille Institution owns that word. I couldn't use the word. I didn't know any better. So the goal, I had to learn that too and not bring the pain home. See, we got to learn how to play the game to win. The lie. You tell yourself a big lie every day. Sorry. So does your CPA and attorney. Okay? So does the incorporated service. So does TikTok and Google and YouTube. It's amazing. It's ridiculous. When you signed for a car, for a corporation, you pierced your veil. When you signed the lease of a building, you pierced your veil. When you signed for the credit card, you pierced your veil. You see, the corporation, no matter what you do, when they sue it, they're going to sue you. That's how it works. If you get a CPA and attorney that says it's not true, put them on the phone. I'll tear them apart. All right, because it's true. The bottom line is the only thing you have to learn is what banks and grocery stores did. They bankrupt branches. All right, store numbers, city numbers. So when I wrote a book called File Segregation with Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW and Aspiring back then, came to Aspiring in 96, all right, he wanted to kind of lie. I didn't like that. He says, Ray, your divisions take 3 to 6 months. If I can file and publish something, and the IRS hands me a tax ID legitimately, and debt follows tax ID, and tax ID builds credit reports, hell yes. So that's how division process was born. See, your name's not on the division form. You could protect your assets. Draw that diagram right there, please. Draw it now. Here's a bank, have a branch number. Here's a grocery store with a store number. Here's a city, 50 states, 50 what? States, 50 corporations and cities or corps too. They file bankruptcy right in front of you. And your problem is you don't understand how it works. That's the problem. You should have looked out and found me a long time ago. On the other side, you're going to draw this. You need to draw this 8 times, by the way. That's a corporation with division process. Do you know you're entitled to 3 divisions of you? You had 3 chances to try before you brought the damn pain home, and you didn't know that too. You keep bringing the pain home. Banks and grocery stores file bankruptcy. Wells Fargo is shutting down more locations in California, and U.S. Bank is going to run away from the whole state. That's what they're trying to do. Geico, Cities, Sam's Club, Walmart. If we can listen and learn correctly, the first goal we should always have is to stop bringing the pain home. Then we become certified CFO. Then we program our brains to millionaire status. There's your goal. That's what you should focus on. So understand, we're going to look behind that curtain every time. Every time. See, I got lucky when I was used and abused as a kid. Mrs. Hope dropped me off at Redondo Beach Pier. She wrote down the window and says, "You're not here at 5 o'clock, I'll leave you there to die." She was a she-devil from hell. I ran over to the pier. There was a little fan that kept warm. I was hungry. I ate out of a trash can. I stood there on the pier and looked at Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes, and Rat Beach. Now, I stole off the pier and got caught. He grabbed my hand. I thought he was going to throw me off the pier. He looked down and go, "Boy, take out my trash or I'll call the police." He said it 3 times. You see, what am I going to pick? Go to jail, 3.5 years old, or take out the trash. I was known as boy until I was 9.5. Cleaning the chum buckets. Going to their mansions on the weekends and shoveling horse and cow, you know what? I listened and I learned because I gathered magazines as a kid. How the hell they get their money? See, you didn't get curious enough. You should have. How'd they get their money? I'd like you to write down, see it, believe it, go get it. That's what worked for me. It was a vision I had when I was 5. See it, believe it, go get it. Everything I see, I believe, and I go get it, and I pray over it, and guess what I get? I get it all. I've had the golden touch since I was 4.5 years old. Now, the list. See, you probably have a goal list. Maybe it's in your cell phone, you wrote it down, or it's here. I'd like to create your list for you. I want to do it for you. I want to do the goal list for you, daily, weekly, monthly, and project list. Then I want to tell you what to do, because I don't want you to screw it up. See, I had a problem in the 2007, 8, 9. My problem's simple. I had more things in escrow than I had soldiers playing with me. I always call my clients my soldiers. So what do we get to do? Here's 2009. I got 3 yachts in the backyard. I got mansions in Big Bear, mansions in Havasu, mansions in the harbor, and I got everything I want. 3.7 billion in corporate structure, no problem. We took one of the yachts, the middle yacht, 72 people, to watch the fireworks. Oh, goody! Someone had a virus. I get to die in a damn coma. My whole life is screwed up. What the hell? Google the address, please. Google that address. I got to die in a coma July 5th, 5:41, and come back and help you in 2011. So maybe you'll listen and learn today. There I am. I get to hear my wife talking. She's calling the office. She says, "Ron, help me. He's in a coma. He's going to die." Ron takes a U-Haul truck to steal my books and CDs. Tom, my IT manager, he goes to sell my phone numbers and our websites to a porn site. I got 50 million people in my database. They were the highest bidder. Then I get to hear the nurse. Is he a donor? Let's take out his heart. Take it away. That's what I'm hearing. But I got a second chance. Very simple. Stay in peace or go back. See, I got lucky. I learned to listen and learn. You see, I know you have excuses, and everybody's got a sad story. Nobody cares. In my opinion, nobody gives a shit. But that's just how I feel. I moved 24 times, but then I'm 11.5 years old. Kind of sucks. Hell, I've been shot, I've been knifed. That sucks too. So I got no excuses, and neither do you. The ultimate goal is to play the game of business. And that's what I developed in the first place. Now, as a little boy, that all the grown-ups and all the would come over and say, "How you doing, little boy?" They knew I was being used and abused. They didn't give a shit. You know what my response back then was? Always good. I wouldn't give them my satisfaction. I wouldn't give them that satisfaction at all. Always good, thank you, Jesus. It's stuck again, Nick. So the reality is very simple. I don't let someone steal my peace. It doesn't matter what I'm going through because it's a mindset. It's a mindset to always remember, always good. See, this world is mean and cruel. Sometimes I think we're living in hell. I've been to the other place, it's better because you have peace. But the reality is very simple. We get to play the game to win. Your goal right now is to listen and learn and figure out how to play the game to win, the game of business. Biggest mistake most of you did, you don't realize you signed a form called SS5. The SS5 form is when they told you to get the Social Security card. They told you right up front, go get the Social Security number. You'll need it now. You didn't ask why. You didn't ask why. You filled out an SS5 form, by the way. And that what gives you what? 11040 tax return. So what happens is because you don't know how it works. Nixon took the gold standard and what? He canceled it in 71. All right, what happened before that? Roosevelt put the gold standard in. So what happens today? When Nixon took the gold standard out, let's understand something. Every woman who delivers a baby at the hospital must sign the SS5 for the baby. And what do we get to do? We have to look at that search card in your personal wallet today. The back of it says do not laminate. You don't use for ID purposes, don't carry with you. If we compare the SS5 to the SS4, the goal is that's what we need to do. Line 1 in the SS4, legal name of entity. It's right there, entity, individual person. So we have the ability to play this game and win if you want to win the game of business. And that's the ultimate goal. Winning the game of business is the truth. If we compare the two. Now, if you don't file your tax returns, okay, I'm just going to call you a crook, sorry. Because what happens is like Wesley Snipes. He was famous once. Wesley who? He listened to his ding-dong CPAs and attorneys in Beverly Hills, California. He went to prison for 3 years out of $18 million of his pocket. Nowadays, it's like Wesley who. So do yourself a favor today. Write down irs.gov and write down 1244. You see, you got an LLC, turn it to an S when you make money. You got a C Corp S. See, S allows you and the corporation to file one tax return. And that's the ultimate goal, to file one tax return. So we could play the game and learn to win if we want to play the game to win, and that's the ultimate thing. Because the goal is to win the game of business that I developed a long time ago. So we got choices today. So 1244, all right, that's an IRS code. You convert a corp to S, you file your tax returns as one because usually you don't pay up to tax up to $5 to $1 million anyway. And that's the ultimate goal. So we got to play this game to win every time. So let's understand. Our goal is to figure out exactly what needs to be done as we go through the process. And that's why the coaching and the blueprint calls mean so much to me. I want you to understand what you need to do for you. The lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man or woman, and people aren't stupid. Unfortunately, in this world today, a lot of people are lazy. And that's what happens. They're just lazy. And that's not, you're not lazy. We know this. I need you to plan the problem. Understand this. You did not have a backup for a backup. You did not plan the problem. You brought the pain home, and you had 8 months before you said, oh, shit. That's his life. We have to plan the problem. Every step of the way, we got to get through the process and not bring the pain home. The blueprint call, remember what it said. I need to tear it apart. I need to understand step by step how to get you where you need to go. That blueprint call has changed the lives of 50 million people so far. The office sells it for $2,000. I give a half price today while you did it today of a $9.99. And that's the goal, half price for you. Haven't had a paycheck for 35 years, don't seem to need one or want one, but the goal is simple. It's free when you partner with me. And that's the ultimate goal, is to make sure we understand, all right, our goal is to do one thing, winning the game of business. To me, I turned it as a game as a kid, and that was important to me. Now, I believe what you did, you just said at the kitchen table. I believe exactly what you did, every one of you. You said, honey, let's start a business. We're going to jack up the credit cards. We're going to drop the score. We're going to get stuck. We can't get any more. We're going to back ourselves in the corner, and we're going to basically be stupid. Sorry, you're not stupid. What you did was stupid. I think the biggest thing we have to understand, we all do stupid. Why do we watch funniest videos? Because they all do something stupid. It's funny. Unfortunately, bringing the pain home is not funny to any of us. We have a choice. The goal is to never bring the pain home. That's what I'd like you to think about today. If you have a collection item, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. If you have an IRS problem, irs.gov. They have a form called 656 433A and B. The ability to solve the problem and put yourself back in the system and repackage you, that's what makes sense today. So what do? Understand. Plan the problem, write it down, line of defense, safety, credit. See, we have to be prepared, all right, because you're a man, you're a woman, you got kids and a family. You can't bring the pain home. I think someone having shitty credit doesn't make any sense to me. But the reality is their excuse is they didn't know any better. They didn't know the rules and tools. When I created this for Ken Yarborough, he was security chief at Tier W, then they became a Spearman in '96. I created a dashboard that said 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. That's the system that everybody uses today that I created in 1987. The goal is to win the game of business. So as we do this, let's understand. All cards fluctuate, all right, but 2. If we understand the discipline behind that, and we understand these 2 don't fluctuate, and they're unlimited up to $1 million, and they have a paid overtime limit as well, we know what card to use when we have an oh shit day, week, month, or year, and we don't drop our score, don't get stuck, can't get any more. So the reality is you have to understand how to play this game to win. When I get you to 750, by that time you'll have a 750, and you're going to have rules and tools. I don't do credit repair. I'm going to help you rebuild you and guide you every step of the way. We'll help our process being done too. You're going to learn Ray's rules and tools. That will change your life every step of the way. So understand, today, you could have made $1,000 today. I don't understand. I met Billy standing outside, coming out of B of A. He was laying on the ground. He's moaning. He's drunk. He's crazy. He's whatever. No, he went through bad times. He came back from the war, and Billy was on the ground because his wife cheated on him. Broke his heart. He kind of gave up. Billy did me a favor. He said, I'll do referrals for you. He wouldn't take any money. I got him a donut and coffee. That was okay. He'd pass out flyers for me at B of A or outside a grocery store. Billy got to the point he got $1 million corporation, by the way. You could have made $1,000 today. All you had to do is invite 10 people to any webinar with me. If you give us 10 email addresses and we pursue and they go into a class with me, you get 10% for whatever they do. I will sell you back 10% or actually give you store credit to get into a program with me. There you can have made a friend make a buck. You see, help me help you and help other people. Isn't that the goal? We want to repackage America. That's the ultimate goal. Now, I'd like you to take a picture of that right now, please. See, some of you have jacked up credit and you're kind of stuck. Well, I'd tell you flat out, take a picture here. Supply credit turns into cash credit. Supply can turn into cash. I got up to $51,000 to do that for me. And then that's the ultimate goal. From here, that 750 is waiting for you if you listen, learn, and I'll hold your hand every step of the way. First of all, we have to analyze. I'm going to analyze your credit 100%. I'm going to basically be the one telling you what to do. I'm going to be on that Friday or Saturday going through your case file, not your name, your case number. Never give out names. And we're going to analyze it. We're going to put a rapid rescore and a rapid refresh in place. Don't worry, I invented those 45 years ago too. Now, we're going to make sure you're a member of analytical750.com. They give all 3 scores. Here are the 10 steps you need to get to 750. Take a picture, please. Take a picture. These are the 10 steps you need to get to 1050, 750, and it works every time. So these 10 steps get you to 750 every time, as long as you follow through. Got it so far? Now, I've offered for Credit Karma to be fired. I want Analytical 750 to fire them. Credit Karma has no phone number to help you, and that's sad. The next thing we have with no phone number, they only show 2 bureaus anyway. That kind of sucks. So we have the ability to play this game correctly if we want to. So again, what I want them to do is analyze you, tell you exactly what needs to be done every 46 days. They're going to call you every 46 days. They're going to tell you what to do, and they have real call centers 24/7 to help you. Now, they also, that $25 a month, what you're going to pay is very simple. The ultimate goal. Now, what's going to happen is the faster you sell 25 bucks, we can put you on there a little dashboard and they'll what's called onboard you right away. But it's up to you. Don't you want all 3 scores and someone to call you every 46 days and hold your hand? The ultimate goal, that's what needs to be done. The next phase they have on their app they're creating right now is analyze personal credit and business credit. Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and TransUnion, and Equifax. They're going to analyze those as well. They're going to have all-in-one to help anybody for personal and business. They're basically understand. Federal Trade Commission says credit repair is a fraud. They're not allowed to collect money up front. It's just a federal law. From there, you have the Credit or Repair Organization Act says the same thing. Right now, what I'd like to do, if you allow me to analyze your credit right away, I mean today, now, tell you what to do, be online for this Friday's class. See, anybody can get a 750 score within 90 working days. All they have to do is listen and follow through. So I'm live on Fridays, and you get to watch it on Saturday too. And I've done 6 classes on every Saturday for the last 49 years, unless it landed on a holiday. You're stuck with me. The Ray Reynolds Universities are basically help everybody like you and change the world starting today. The Millionaires Founders Kit sold at the Bonaventure. 32 years, $5,000 a set. You want a copy today? Instead of $1,000 bucks, it's $4.99 if you did it during the webinar. It's a Zell, and that's a now. What do you get to do if you need to? Call the office, 800-254-9506. Call one of my call centers. That's all you got to do. I believe you're stuck. I believe I need to get you past go. That's the goal. How about Lamborghinis? All right, how about Duffys? How about mansions? All right, how about basically white men can jump? Stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis. How about we get some race boats, some helicopters, some U-Docks, some yachts, and some Ferraris? What do you think? I call the Ray's rules. Would you like to play yet? Let me know. But again, we're going to go see it, believe it, go get it. That's how it works. Everything I see, I believe I go get it. I have everything I ever wanted. I have no excuses, and I'm going to make sure you don't either. We're going to play my way. Now, there are classes all Saturday, and I'm online almost 6 days a week anyway. Live, you get to play with me. So today, if you want to get some goodies, all you have to do is understand to get some goodies. You can partner with me, or I can just rebuild you and build you up to $100,000 of credit. Write down today's date. Let's look at 90 days. Every day we should accomplish a goal. Now, this is pathetic. I lost my job. I got 2 kids. First of all, he's lying. He's in his jammies. Number 2, if he lost his job, you drive Uber, Lyft, or DoorDash. You have a damn garage sale. You go to the church for the food. So I don't believe him. He's young enough to go get a job. Hell, I'll hire him. Show up. Simple, no excuses. What did I do? All right, in 2009, and it came out of coma in 2011. What did I do? I had 3 divisions of me and 5 closet divisions. You see, I used the number 8 because I was born on the 8th. 8 and 0 going in infinity beyond. So what happens for me, every race boat, motorcycle, yacht, or a car, I always had the number 8 on it. You see, what I did is I set up divisions, extra divisions, and I daisy chain credit. Now, this is what I did. 2011, I created $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. I bought my wife her next dream house. Why do people stay down when they don't have to? Because they didn't plan the problem. They didn't have that safety credit. They did not have that line of defense. They did not have those divisions of me in closet divisions. A division of me guarantees $1 million car, and it's in a division, not a corporation. We want to get a lease of a building. It's a division of me. I want to buy a house for the corporation, lease and properties, flippity-dippity-doos. It's a division. If I want to get money, it's the SS4 because you don't pay tax till you're profitable. That's how they design a corporation anyway. From here, daisy chaining of credit, 1 card turns into 99 more. How many would you like? See, the goal is to finance the business and offset the taxes versus stealing from the family. The world is wrong, I'm right. It's the only way to do it. Look at all of you. You brought the pain home, you never had to. Do you want to be a millionaire? The answer is no. Write down no. Do you want to be a millionaire corporation? The answer is yes. Hell yes. We take a corporation. We rebuild you. We do an analyzation. We get you a 750 score. Maybe that's all you want me to do for you. I want to help you get credit cards $5,000 to $10,000. We basically do a rapid rescore to block all the crap. Then our teams are going to dispute you for 9 months for free. The office is going to charge you $1,500. If you did it now during the broadcast with me, you get a $500 discount. Then I add you all the classes for free. There you go, free classes with me 6 days a week. Wow, wouldn't that be fun? But again, then it's $9.99. What is the goal? Never bring the pain home. Next, if you have a corporation, I got to get you CFO ready. That's the goal. Chief Financial Officer. Your corporation, if you allow me to rebuild it for you, you have $100,000 of credit. How about we do this? How about I get you $25,000 of credit? You spend $24.99, I give you 10 times your money back. I analyze you, add history, and pop credit for you as soon as possible. And I give you a $500 discount on that today because you're here today with me. $19.99. Now you go to level 1 and setup class on Saturday too. So you get classes with me now, the ultimate goal. And all you have to do is Zelle, now. There's a Zelle, take that picture. There's a phone number to the call center, 800-254-9506. There you go. Now let's understand. The goal for me was always to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. There's my goal. If we focus on this correctly, our goal is to take corporate credit and finance the American dream. This means if we take the corporate credit, it's borrowed money, it's not taxable. You froze again over here. So again, what do? Borrow money is not what? Taxable. If we invest the borrowed money in the American dream, what we get to do is offset the taxes. Borrow money is not taxable. So therefore, we buy the lifetime income. The lifetime income is a fourplex and apartment complex. It's an apartment complex. All right, it's a Wendy's. It's a storage unit. Okay, again, I don't like running a business. I just want to be the damn bank. That's all I've ever done is be the bank. That's why I wrote a book called How to Become the Bank. And that's the ultimate goal. We must understand that corporate credit is used, not abused, to be a down payment into an auto income. Auto income is the way we play this game. So we look at manageable debt, offsetting taxes. We create $100,000 of personal credit, auto income, and $100,000 to $1 million of corporate credit. Then we learn to leverage money. I've taught more rich and famous people in 49 years how to leverage money into millions and billions than anybody ever thought in your life. But again, today, you're on the webinar with me. During the webinar, I want to do something weird to help you get that first $100,000 of credit. They charge 10%, that's 10 grand. If it's done today during the webinar, I'm going to get you that first $100,000 for personal credit for $5,000. I'm going to give you a 50% discount if it's done right away, now. If you want that $100,000 for business, I'm going to charge you basically less than that for $5,000. That's right. I'm going to give you $200,000 of corporate credit, personal credit, and corporate credit up to $200,000, and make sure you're ready to partner with me for $6,999. I'm going to take away excuses because I want more soldiers in my escrows. I'm going to have more escrows than I got people. Because when I go all out and I want to accomplish the goal. I want to know your neighborhood. I want to own it too. I want you to drive by that Wendy's next to your house and say, I want a piece of that. That storage unit, that Jack in the Box. It's a Zelle, simple. You call the office right now, a specialist is waiting for you now. Talk to Priscilla, talk to Chris, talk to Jake, talk to George, talk to anybody you can because they're willing to help you and hold your hand. There's the goal. Now, what's a corporation again? Legal person. What's the 4 things you're allowed to do and raise rules? Simple. You're allowed to buffer tax, no tax due to you're profitable. You're allowed to get corporate credit. Borrow money's not taxable. How much would you like? There's the goal. Would you like 10 million? Would you like 100,000? What would you like? From there, what do we get to do? The car's fleet price. Hotel, buffet, free buffet. The division. I invented the division process in 85, 86, people. You should have known a long time ago. So again, line of defense. They're cheap. Multiple functions, buy at wholesale price. Multiple credit reports. And we get to separate liability for real estate. I want you to create a line of defense. A line of what? Defense. I want you to create a corporate umbrella. The only thing can file bankruptcy on public record, not here to be safe an attorney, happens to be an SS4 or SSN. Would you like to be the duck some more or the corporation or the division? Isn't it about time you quit being a duck and a sheep? I quit bringing the pain home. Banks and grocery stores play the game of business. Why can't you? Simple. So do you want to be a millionaire? The answer is no. Remember, I told you that. Would you like to have a corporate millionaire? The answer is yes. We're going to take a corporation, 9 divisions, a daisy chain credit up to $1 million. And each location has a different function. Could be Wendy's, could be a Taco Bell, McDonald's, could be storage unit, apartment complex. We're going to manage these things while you sit there getting an auto income. Division process. When I created the dashboard in '87 while I'm training Ken Yarborough, TOW and Asperian, it's by tax ID, by the way. As long as I put 2,000 of history to a division, I can set it up. What happens next? Simple. We're going to daisy chain credit first. They're going to want separate tax IDs for separate billing. So it's pretty simple as we do this. So what happens today, take a picture of this. This is what the office will offer you. It's very simple. 3 divisions, with or without credit, 9 or 12. If you did it today, and I mean now, right away before I'm done, there you go, very simple. I'm going to do something weird. All right, I'm going to basically give you 9 divisions and $999. If you're going to partner with me, I want to give them for low cost. I want you to have divisions to partner with me. So you have the ability from 9, 18, 36, 72. This I'd always say Zelle, but again, we have the call center ready to take your call too. So there would be a Zelle special right now, and I'll call the office right away. I want to partner with you and get you to the process of auto income because I'm going to go nationwide and help more people do this all the time. Your turn is next. Every division you have should be known as a bucket of money. A bucket of money. The Ray Reynolds University, that's how I designed it in the first place. Now, let me add you to my credit system. And what I get to do is add credit history to you and pop credit right away as long as I line you up. Got it so far? If we do it correctly, we get to win the game of business. And that's the goal. So understand, $100 million building, $1 million Lamborghinis. And what did I always do? Reach the dream, think to be the impossible. I've done it all my life. I have trained millions and millions of people to be a CFO under the corporation and the division process. Would you like to be next? That's the ultimate goal for every one of you. We get to play to win the game of business. That's the ultimate goal for all of us. Because the goal is to win, not feel like we lose all the time. We get knocked down 1,000 times, we get up 1,000 more in time. That's the goal. Puppet master. I like to personally train you, me and you, to be a puppet master. I would like to help you get through that process every step of the way. But again, it's going to be up to you. All right, I got over 1,000 famous, rich and famous people. I've taught how to be a puppet master step by step. And that's the ultimate goal. We get to play the game to win. The ultimate goal is the game to play because our goal is not to bring the pain home. And that's what most people do. They bring the pain home. We look at Linda and Dwayne. They listened. I pray to God today you listen and learn and you follow through. That's the ultimate goal. So Linda started with $2,000, cost her $26 a month. She started in 1986. Please take that picture, scan, let her tell you I made her a millionaire 5 times. That's the ultimate goal. So the goal of their new project is going to be about $50 million by the time I'm done, guiding her. So Shaq's a puppet master. All right, he does winning the game of business. Warren Buffett's a puppet master. When it comes to me, I've been a puppet master since I created it. 1,013 divisions, winning the game of business. The goal is simple. The goal for you is to be boring and steady. We build the credit. Hopefully you took that picture earlier today. And I do the work with you for you. And I guide you every step of the way. No excuses. We're going to take a part of the corporate credit that I get you, and you're going to put it into an escrow. Hopefully the line of credit instead too. That's winning the game of business. You're going to decide you want 25%, 50, 75 as we partner together. It's going to be your choice. I'll show you the list of things we're going through escrow, and you ask which one you like to be in. I've done it since 1987. That's the goal. We want to win. I told you earlier, make a picture of that. That's your checklist. That's what you need to partner with me, all right, to win that game of business. So we have escrows coming up in July, August, and September. That's the goal. We get to play and get to understand how to play every step of the way. Now, coaching with me is going to be a weekly, bi-weekly process. So every other week we're on the phone. I'm going to tell you what to do. I got to do that blueprint call first. The blueprint is going to design and look at the blueprint for success, what I created when I was about 12 and a half years old, by the way. And I'm going to have bi-weekly calls, and there's a summit and boot camp for you. I'm going to have 4 of those this year. So it's $22,999, 23 grand. It's an investment because now you're stuck with me and you're guaranteed an income if you do what you're told to do. If you make payments, it's 23. If you pay in full, you get a 10% discount, which makes it $20,000. You save 9 grand on that. Very simple. And what happens for you is as we play this, it's a Zell. You call the office right away. If you got to make payments on that process. When you pay in full today, I want you to go to the 3-day summit for free. Free, June 27, 28, 29th. But again, if you have to make payments, then you don't get the summit for free. But again, this is how you learn to be a puppet master. Okay, and that's what we do for 3 days. This class designed for 25 people only and 25 online. I only put 50 people in my program at a time with puppet mastering and a business with me. Simple. Too many would not work, and that would make no sense. I want to follow through every step of the way. So the 3-day summit, we're going to go through my 18 books and CDs. If you just want the summit, it's $5,000. If you did it today, I'm throwing in $50,000 of credit. So it's $5,000 for the credit or $5,000 for the summit. Either way, it's the same. You get both for the same price. It is a Zell. Now that's free if you partner with me. But again, it's up to you as we go through this process today. So let's understand very step of the way. We get to process and have some fun. Remember, I must blueprint you on a call for an hour. Partner of lifetime with you as well. Blueprint by itself is $2,000 at the office. Through me, it's half price of $999. And the goal is simple. If you partner with me, the blueprint call is free. Because you want me to get you into auto income right away. There's the goal. Again, winning the game of business. That would be the ultimate goal for all of us. So we get to play the game, we get to win, and guess what happens? You're stuck in an escrow with me. See, no one can kind of rip you off. If you want a mini coaching with me, that means 2 blueprint calls. All right, a blueprint call and a call after that, and $10,000 of credit. The office sells a mini coaching for $4,000. Me, it's $19.99. Simple. You want 6 weeks of coaching? That's all you want me to do, coach you in your business? No problem. All right, I'm going to basically give you $25,000 of credit. I'm going to line you up. I'm going to give you all the classes and all the goodies at the same time and make sure you play the game to win. And the goal is, as we do this every step of the way, is to understand basically that 6 weeks is usually $11,500. But today it's only $4,000 because you're doing it during the webinar with me. That's why you get that big discount. But again, you get to call the office right away too. So again, would you like 3 coachings? Would you like 6 weeks? Would you like 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months? See, those programs are to help you with your current business. All right, you're not partnering with me because I'm giving credit with that. So the ultimate goal is very simple. If we play this game to win today, it's very simple. Our ultimate goal is you want 3 months. I'm going to do it for $5,000, but I'm going to give you $50,000 of credit. If I gave you 6 months, I'm going to charge you $10,000 and give you $100,000 of credit. If I gave you 1 year, it's $20,000, but then you get $200,000 of credit. Our goal is to help you daisy chain credit every step of the way and bi-weekly calls every other week. So then you're still stuck with me. So the goal today is to decide, do you want to step up? Do you want to play the game and win with me, and I'll hold your hand every step of the way? And I guarantee you results if you do what you're told to do. Very simple. All you need to do is follow through. The ultimate goal, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. But again, there's credit with each one of those. I always wanted to give up to 10 times your money back in a program, and that's what I've done in most programs anyway. And that's the ultimate goal, winning that game of business. It's a Zell. You call the office right away, 254-9506. The ultimate goal for all of us is to look beyond that curtain every step of the way. We have the ability to get past go, but you need someone to hold your hand. That's why I called it Helping Hand Industries when I was 9.5. I always wanted to help people. I've done that all my life. So your goal is going to be up to you how you want to play. Look beyond that curtain every step of the way. So today you have an opportunity to play with me. You can do your best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Again, you need to call that office right away, or Zelle, now. What happens with all the discounts that I give right now, they're good for basically about 10 or 15 minutes. And then advertising hits on radio and TV, and then they take them away. So your goal is to actually learn how to play that game to win. And that's the ultimate goal. Always winning the game of business. So I'm going to do my best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day. Very simple. I would tell you right now to call that number right away. 800-254-9506. And call it now because I want to hold your hand. I want you to line up for classes right away as well. And I want to get you past go. My name is Ray Reynolds. And I'm going to repackage America. I'd like to repackage you.